guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be studying the third chapter, which is movement in and out the cell, and it is of CAIE Biology 5090 second variant O levels. So without further ado, let's get started. What kind of movements are there that include the cell? So guys, there are three types of movements that include the cell, which is diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. So in this video we're only going to be discussing the diffusion, and osmosis and active transport will be in the second and third part. So diffusion is basically the movement of gases along the concentration gradient, and osmosis the movement of liquid along the concentration gradient, while active transport is the movement of liquid and solid molecules from one place to another against the concentration gradient. So what is a concentration gradient? A concentration gradient is formed when two different kinds of compressible substances are present in an area and both of them are more in one area rather than the other, and that is also when the exchange membrane is formed. An exchange membrane is an invisible membrane which distinguishes the two substances, and the two substances move freely in the atmosphere. As they are in gas state, so they move to make their presence even throughout the area, and as a result of the two substances getting diffused together, they are even throughout the room. So this is an example of how diffusion takes place. For example, someone sprayed a perfume over this spot and not on the other part of the room, just on this part. After some time, and this is the air and this is the perfume. So what will happen? The perfume molecules will move towards the lower concentration area, and the air would move towards the lower concentration area, and this line, as you guys can see, is the exchange membrane. After some time, the room would have the fragrance of the perfume all around, evenly spread, because the air molecules are also there, so not too much perfume scent would be there. Moving on to how does this diffusion include the cell? Diffusion happens between the outer surroundings and the inner area of the cell, and the exchange membrane is the cell membrane. Just like in this picture, the molecules have a higher concentration outside and a lower concentration of the molecules inside. So diffusion would take place as same as the arrows, and after some time the molecules would be inside the cell. Moving on. What is the importance of diffusion? Actually, diffusion is very important for living things, because if you talk about the environment, then the diffusion makes different kinds of gases equal around the area, not just at one point, or at that point if there's any poisonous gas, then it would be hard for living things to live. For animals, diffusion is necessary because of it is basic point of gas exchange. For plants, it is necessary because it is responsible for gaining and losing gas for photosynthesis. Moving on to what causes diffusion. Diffusion is basically caused by kinetic energy. Kinetic means move, and energy, and this total means energy formed by movement. So it is basically the generation of energy formed by the movement of any object, and as the gas molecules move along all the time, kinetic energy is easily generated for diffusion to take place. Factors that affect the rate of diffusion are surface area, temperature, concentration gradient, and thickness of exchange membrane. The larger the surface area, the quicker the diffusion would take place. The rise of temperature makes the kinetic energy be generated more quickly, which will cause more diffusion. For a concentration gradient, the steeper the concentration gradient, the faster the rate of diffusion increases. In order to do that, the two substances should have a dominant area, which will make higher variations, and thus the steeper concentration gradient. Meaning, the more we spray perfume at one point, the steeper the concentration gradient would be, and that would increase the diffusion rate too. Thickness of exchange membrane. Actually, this one is the thinner the exchange membrane, the faster the rate of diffusion. For example, the diffusion process is happening between the cells. If the cell membrane is thin, the gas molecules can easily pass through, but cannot if the cell membrane is thick. So guys, this was it for diffusion, which was only the first part. Thanks for watching, and please like, share and subscribe to my channel. And if you have any queries, please ask me in the comment section below, and or you can even DM me on my Instagram, which is Make It Easy 4. The Instagram account is filled with fun tips and tricks to make your study way more easy and effective, so follow my account. And also I got some I post different quotes every day and many motivational quotes, many motivational things for you to have burdenless studying time. Guys, this is only the first part of the chapter, so stay tuned for the other two types of the movement, which are osmosis and active transport. Bye.